God have mercy on us. We had our minute of silence. It is March 7th, 2026. It is part 2. We were live earlier today. Thank God for all the beautiful things. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all your ideas, wisdom, and your love. Okay. God is within us, and God surrounds us. So God runs this whole play. All of your life experiences, they all connect to this point. Everything that's happened in your life has happened for a reason. Yeah, so none of it was really random and spontaneous. Yeah. It was all for us to get to the peak of life, the peak of reality. So every experience you've been through was actually for you to know through. Basically recognizing, realizing yourself, and finding God. They go hand in hand. So all your experiences were for you to find who you really are. Thank you, Daniel. We've just started. James Smith, I love your friends are not friends. Yeah, I really felt that one, and I actually I took it down when I uploaded it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna re-upload this. Yeah, that's a members only video. Hell is not real. Okay. Universal salvation is a fact. I agree with you. God will save everybody. That's in the end, that's true. Google concordant publishing. Okay. I'll have to search that. Thank you all for being here. I hope the Lord gives you the best night/day of your lives. You work as an everyday inspiration to me. I love your beard. Well, Asani, or I actually meant to put the beads in. I have actually beads I'm going to put in. I was actually just thinking about doing that, but I don't like to do stuff when I'm focused on here. Okay. So you really get my undivided attention. Yeah. Yeah, but it's funny because I was just thinking about putting the beads in. I really appreciate that. Yeah, everything I've gone through has made me the person I am today. And now you know the person that you are. That's so beautiful. Yeah. God made me come on here for a second time. Yeah. And that's just a blessing in itself. If I was with a group of people, it'd be for sure. It's just looking at a screen so much, you know what I mean? It like overstimulates my body and I get like overheated. So yeah. Yeah, all our experiences, they weren't really negative or bad. Even if some were kind of worse, they really actually build you to the person you are today. And then it gets to a point where what it's ultimately doing, you're building yourself so nothing affects you anymore. So you get to create your life. You get to stay with happiness. And you get to feel God's love. Okay. And then you have a purpose. You feel connected. God doesn't have to save everybody. Yeah. That's true. That's true. We're all already connected. Daniel wanted to plug in with one more. Yeah, and that's a nice rhyme. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of ways to say it. I could say it in third person. Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful, Daniel. Hello, Vendetta. Hello, Cosmic Mirror. I'm doing okay. Yeah. Been eating a lot of yogurt and slowly but surely getting better. No one's escaping judgment because once this flesh drops, you will get to see all your judgments and how you made everybody feel. So when this happens, okay, they don't. This is kind of like a hidden. They don't. What happens is you see all the works you did to everybody. So you want to come back and undo these things that you do to people. Okay. That's what most people come to do. Because right now, you know, someone that's evil could do a bunch of evil stuff to the world. And he doesn't really get punished in this life. maybe he never gets caught, whatever. There's other things too, but when that person dies, he's going to have to see, because the curtain will be opened, how he made everybody feel. And then they're going to feel it extremely. And then the burden is going to be so much that they're going to want to make up for it. Yeah, interesting stuff, right? It's esoteric knowledge. They don't want, most people would never realize how batshit crazy they are. Most people are just normal. Thank you, British Bulldog. I love your encouragement. Daniel, I'm glad to have you back. Yeah. Only a short moment. Hello, Pamelia. Hello, Sketty. Brian, some even turn themselves after years. I'm not sure what you're referring to. It does look like actual vinegar. I usually don't drink water because other stuff hydrates you more. Yeah. It's actually just apple juice. Yeah. So I got like bottled apple juice. Okay. And I actually have fresh apples. So I'm gonna make some fresh apple juice too once I'm done with this. It does look like classic vinegar though. Marina Trench. She could. She could come back. Yeah, Daniel, that's beautiful. I don't always like to talk. Sometimes I just like to not move my mouth at all. There's many things. Yeah. So talking also takes energy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, sitting back, that's a lot of people do that. A lot of people that come in here, Daniel, they may have talked for some time, like a lot, but then sometimes they just listen. Yeah. But you thought it was apple before I said it. Yeah. That was your intuition, mate. Your body needs water. Yeah, but you get water through other things. Yeah. It does. It definitely looks like pee. So. Why? I don't know why your stepmom was evil. Arthur, because my body got messed up, it completely ran out of nutrients. And so I literally could not drink water for like 10 years. I just started to be able to drink water like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, yeah. I had actually refused to drink water. Yeah. Well, God hired me for the job, Daniel, because of that experience. Yeah. I've seen, I said it a couple times, hoping to speak it into existence. I need to know more about that, though, Pamela. Yes. Yeah, well, it's just what God wants me to do. So I'm doing this as I'm healing my body. And then we're going to be doing real life events. So I appreciate you, Pamela. Well, Arthur, it all depends how you want to live your life. So yes, I do. Because many reasons. So if you eat food with a lot of water, then you're going to drink less water. Therefore, you're not going to have to use your kidneys and whatever digests and takes in the water. So yes, I do recommend that. Milk, juice, and then there's foods too, but yeah. Yeah, you get protein through other things like snacks. Bullshit. Thank you. Yeah, water is life. Definitely. You remember saying, what, a week or two ago? Maria, I live in Pennsylvania of United States. My dad was a dad to us until she removed us from his life. Well, I grew up with a stepdad, and basically, he used to bully me my whole entire life. Yeah. So I never, my real dad died when I was very young. And so, I got the abuse. I got the full treatment, but I grew out of that. I'm not mad or angry at him. Yeah. So, but I used to, me and him when I was younger, he would always take everything on me, and we would always fight. But my stepdad is like 7 feet tall, and I'm just like a little child. So, adolescence. I haven't really studied that much of them. So it's like a combination of life experience and then learning from others. But the real life experience and the life with God was when I was sitting outside of my body for all these years. Yeah. So I don't really know Muslims, Islam. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, believe it or not. Very simple stuff too. It's the beginning of a new day. Yeah, you're ahead, I guess. Hello, Colorado. Yeah, I still don't like to drink water, even though when I would drink water, it would dehydrate me more. I know it sounds insane. So that was one of the problems. I think she may have Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But at the end of the day, you can't take this being mad. You're going to have to you can't take it with you when you die. So if you let it go, actually right now, you're going to have sympathy. You're going to feel so relaxed. You're going to be relieved from all that pressure. Because it's just the angry thought, your own thought. So you're fighting your own thought. And the reason you feel angry is because you don't like it. So it's inside of you. Oh, now you just actually have forgiveness and you're free from the situation. And when you really forgive, then this is when you actually start to feel better. When you actually start to feel good. Where do you live, Maria? Or you don't have to say. Negative thoughts will manifest yeah. The Far East of Russia. We don't really have Russians come in here. I did see a YouTube short about Mongolians eating meat. You didn't comply? I'm sorry about that, Pamela. Yeah, your stepfather was very frightening. Yeah, I mean, I had to avoid like stepdad when I was younger. Yeah. But yeah, that's always the best choice. The thing is about this life, you don't have to be around anybody that doesn't make you feel good or that you don't want to be. But that's just like that's a great thing to know. Thank you, Jim Finch. I don't really have pain anymore. Yeah, Pamela, God is always giving downloads to the whole world. It's just if you're paying attention. You're really connected to the whole world. I do get downloads, but more so before when I was younger. The downloads are going on like all the time. But my body was shaking for the last 10 years. So I couldn't have downloads for myself. I couldn't even move. So I wasn't getting no down. It's like I was in the darkest place you could think of. I would have to rely on other people. But most people don't know what the hell they're doing. Water does dehydrate. You're not making up. There we go. I don't make up shit. That'd be a crazy thing to make up, though. It was my living reality for 10 years and probably the rest of my life. I have other stories too, even before that. Drink ice water with lemon. Well, I basically drank fresh lemonade for about 9 years. I made lemonade every day. Fresh. Yeah. So I didn't have a choice. And I have to drink it. It has to have sugar. So I had to drink sugar every time. Thank you, Tiger. You tested the TPA? Yeah, I'm not sure like what 135 ppm is. Thank you, Maria. Yeah. Basically, Arthur, it's even deeper than that. I stopped eating meat for 2 years, and all that animal nutrition that you can't get in plants, it ran out of me. In my body, it actually becomes dry. It becomes dry. So a lot of times when you're thirsty, it could be because you don't have actual nutrients. Because it's the nutrients your body wants. Okay. Water is also a solvent. You can pick up a geology book. Water is an actual solvent. Okay. But my body was so dry because it didn't have those nutrients from animals. That's it. It was pulling it from my bones. Your last nutrient reservoir. It's so deep, most people are never going to have to go there. And I wouldn't want you to. Because, yeah. Yeah, well, that's a big difference, Daniel. Yeah, you can. That's very good that you know to leave the sun in the water, or leave the water in the sun. Yeah. I've definitely done that with the moon. Sidetrack. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not telling you to stop drinking water. There could be a time where you drink water. It may not happen till the future. That you just still feel thirsty. When that happens, you give me a call. Thank you. I don't know. Satan only wants to cause. Yeah. Yeah. Faye. Faye. Hello from Italy. Nicolo. No justice will be served. That's not true. Everybody gets their justice served. It has to balance out. It has nothing to do with you. And just because you don't see the justice served, God will take it up. You don't see how the sun comes up and down every day. You don't even get to see what happens when someone dies. So when God and you settle things, yeah, you that's between that. You might not see justice being served, but it's being served. You don't even have to care about it. Forgiveness, yeah. I know my fair of forgiveness. I always forgive. Well, when you totally forgive and separate yourself, because you're going to separate usually from that person. When you totally forgive, then you're happy. Then it's over. Now you're not stuck anymore fighting and wanting to forgive, basically. Maybe not knowing. Lord have mercy on all of us. And I want all you guys to be happy. We have the free course at fiz.guru. It's a science to de-stress and to know God. Thank you. Yeah, Italy sounds like one of the best places. I make it simple, Maria, because simple is the truth. If it's sounding too crazy or too hard to understand, then the person isn't doing their job. Woo. Then the person doesn't know what they're talking about. Thank you, Alive John. You look like Jim Carrey. Yeah, I kind of do. Maybe more so now than ever. Back in high school, this girl, she was like, "You look like Jimmy Fallon." But that was when I didn't have a mustache and beard. Yeah. Hello, Dawn's Pitch. And I definitely am similar to those people. That's beautiful. Yeah, when you found that why, that's all. Yeah. The thing is, you were always born. You were always nested right next to God. Nestled. And when you find this true love inside of you, when you open your hearts, then you're gonna feel right nestled to him. Yeah. What if they tell you good advice, but that does not make you feel good? Well, if they tell you good advice and it doesn't make you feel good, then they're lying. And that's not the truth to you because you don't feel good. People do it all the time. People get paid to lie. You know how many people get paid to lie? Do you know how many people on the internet just for money, they're just going to say anything? They don't even care if it's real or not. That's what we're dealing with in this age. Is feeling good the objective? Yeah, because when you feel good and you realize it, then that's good. God is everything that feels good. Yeah. If you're in fear or feel bad, hiding, if you feel like you have to keep hiding your stuff too, yeah, that means you don't feel good about something. Evil people, they may get excitement, but a lot of the time they're hiding because they know what they fear, what they're doing. Okay. So all that evil stuff, you never see it. Why do you never see it? Because they have to hide it. Right? Yeah. Thank you. Let us feel heaven. The violin was just, I just heard some nice music. The effect of jinns, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my body doesn't want any salt though. Yeah. But salt can definitely be a benefit if you need it. It's pretty simple. You got nice teeth as a man drinking too much lemonade. Yeah. The lemonade definitely it can mess with your teeth. But I also was using baking soda. Don't use baking soda to brush your teeth. I didn't research it and I was so tired. I just started using baking soda instead of toothpaste. So I really put a damage on my teeth, you could say. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. You can call it that, Henry. I've not read the final book. No, I don't watch at all, Adam. Yeah, you could not be digesting your food, though, if you eat too much, Jord. You went through starvation and malnutrition, too. That's crazy. May God give blessings to all you guys. May He fill you with joy, love, and never-ending excitement. Hello, Euphoria. How are you? No, I just skipped to the beginning. I for the last days there hasn't been a lot of comments. Now today I'm taking my time. and there's a lot more. Yeah, I don't know the Quran. Yeah, Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Yeah, I was out for a couple days. Euphoria. And it was back to back. So that's where I was. Thank you. I'll go look. Where is the sign unknown? I'm not sure what you mean. Thank you, Jesus. Hello, D808. Hello, Strawberry Mira. Yeah. Let's see what we got. My email's not getting me mail. I have to check, but maybe your mailbox is full. My body count? I've never counted before. D808. Yeah. Well, God bless your heart and soul, Kensha, and maybe you can get out of there. Hello, Mountain Fire. Thank you, Donna. We don't live in the medieval age. Thank you, Gary. Can you tell us how you fast? I don't fast, Reza. Okay. I just can't eat food. So, yeah, I don't really recommend fasting for anyone. If you're hungry all the time, you need to change the foods that you eat, which usually would mean eating meat and fat, because that's where mainly all the nutrients are at. Yeah, I'm not. So if I was somebody else, I would just do like a week fast to 2 weeks fast, like just not eating anything. Okay. But I wouldn't keep on fasting like 16 hours, 24 hours. There's no need for that. Like, if you naturally don't have to eat for 24 hours, and that's fine. But you should never put on a limit on the intake of food that you're taking in. Yeah. You're just getting over being sick. God bless your soul. A guy is telling me that I'm gross. Thank you. Women seem to tell me something different. Yeah, but we're not going to get into that. It was also Mad Arab who wrote the original book. God is good. If you want to ask something specific, Reza, about the fast, yeah. What are the verification conditions? When you feel the love coming out of you, streaming in, then you will feel this. You will feel love. And you actually stay in the feel of love where nothing bothers you. Nothing overrides this. You don't search for anything else. Yeah, you don't want to go anywhere else. So God, to get to the kingdom of heaven, to know of God's existence, is to feel love all the time. What food is good? Any food that's, yeah, all meat's pretty good. All meat's pretty good. Yeah. I would say eat as much butter. Eat as much butter as you can. So when you buy butter, buy high quality butter. Okay, if you can get raw butter, but that's hard to get, eat high grade butter. You can also get ghee. Ghee's probably even better if you can get ghee. Yeah, which is it's Indian churned butter, skimmed. Thank you, Donald. Or maybe you're talking to someone else. Yeah. Arthur, that's a very long question. Yeah. I'll answer some of them quick. I used to do Instacart. Hobbies, hiking, and making music. Yeah. So, but really, ultimately, I like helping people too. And we're going to be people turning the whole world on God. That's going to be my final job. Showing everybody love and helping them create the life. And for them to be in happiness. Non-processed. Yeah. It's not a which God. It's everything that you see. It's all one fundamental feel. The God of life. The God of everything. We got about 9 more minutes in here, you little musketeers. How are you, Euphoria? Everything can go back down to mathematics. All numbers and all letters all come from one letter, which is it's this. And then it makes a 1. So it all starts with a whole. Everything comes from 0. I mean, literally, you can draw the other numbers and letters all with this 1. Yeah. Reza, it's apple juice. Arthur, I really like. I could never replicate the music that I wanted to make, but I really like rock bands, and I like pop and kind of dance. So it's really up for grabs. I never know exactly what I'm gonna make, but yeah. Sometimes I aim for something and it doesn't even sometimes sounds like it's always like original, basically. Yeah, I was making some stuff today and yesterday. That's nice. You're a musician too. Yeah, I mean, having a microwave at your head is torture. It's not good at all, Kensha. This has to be a rage bait. I'm raging you up. Hello, Vay. Are you still in this South America, Kensha? I'm getting better, strawberry, but slowly, very, very slowly. Like strawberries in the winter. Growing. How did you get a concussion? I wasn't gone. And I don't remember seeing you, Vay. 1 and 0, yeah. 1 and 0. And this is the male is the 1 and the girl has the 0. That's like the physical representation. So circles, like houses, they're better to be in a circle sometimes. This is why you see huts and tribes. They'll be in a circle because it brings community, communal. Squares have edges. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like, I don't know, disruption. Yeah, 10. 10 is 1 and 0, right? Yeah, crows are very intelligent. Yeah. It's illegal to own a crow in the US. I'm pretty sure. Well, have you been on YouTube, Vivek? Yeah, have you been on YouTube to see me? From Pennsylvania. Yeah. Already smoke? Not right now. No. I'm really, really hungry. That's beautiful, Daniel. Water and fire. Hello, Donovan. Right angles are 90 degrees. Yeah. But why do you think none of us live in a circular structure? And I'm just saying, like, because it's a box. It's a shape. If you get a box, but before you make it into a box, so do you know what it is? If you unfold a perfect box, it actually turns into a cross. So the cross, the opposite of that would be a box. It is apple juice. The fifth time is even better. The only thing I have is my mind, but I don't like to use it. Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Sir Jacob. You were going to ask about a box. That's why we're talking about it. New Zealand, we're about to get out of here, Arthur, so you're leaving at the right time. Enjoy yourselves. Circular structures, we're preventing them from extending. Yeah. It's much more than that. The circle structures, they keep you colder. Also, depending the material, it's more than just the look, the appearance of it. So they keep you colder. Yeah. And then they keep you warmer. Everybody can sing, Jay. I can sing, yes. Yeah. You may not think it's better than, you may not think it's the best, but it's the best to me. Because it's for me. I don't believe you can judge people on how they're singing. As long as like they're trying, because you can't compare someone to another person. It's because the people that sing very extravagant, maybe an opera singer or a pop singer, I usually don't like to hear them. It's almost it's just not interesting to me. So like, what's her face? Whatever one that used to date Mac Miller, Ariana Grande. I don't. Maybe it's the songs that she's singing. I understand that's why people would say she's a good singer, but I personally I don't like it. Just everything. I mean, nothing to do with really her. Yeah. But there's somebody that will sing very simple and basic and sound to me way better, more pleasant. So yeah. Yeah. There's always more to talk about. And there's a lot. I don't usually dive deep into things, believe it or not, because there's just simply not enough time. Are we a drop in the ocean? Yes, but it's actually the droplet. You're moving back into the ocean. There is no droplet and no ocean. Or you could say there's just an ocean. And this is what you want to do. You want to become back with the ocean. The life inside of you, what it really wants to do is to join the outside life, which would be God. Because your life doesn't want to be embodied. So this is natural, and it's also spirituality. Yeah. Yeah. This is why people want control, because they're trying to control other lives. But actually, your soul wants to merge with everything. Yeah. I used to like the "we are" drop in the ocean, but then I seen it deeper. It was just an ocean all along. You had a pet bird, crow species. Well, in South America, you can do stuff like that. The Metrotron. I never heard of that. Yeah, no, British Bulldog. I seen this super funny video. Maybe I can post it. You know how I go, woo, woo. There's a bird, and the guy he puts like a nut on a beach in some rocks. And the bird comes down. And for a couple minutes, he's pecking for the nut, the piece of food. And then he gets the food. The guy's recording it. And guess what the bird does? You have to see it. The bird literally, woo. I'm gonna have to share the video. Like, no, I mean a box isn't bad, but it can close you off. So it can close you off, basically. Yeah. Like an open box. Yeah. Isolation is healing for everybody. That's the whole point of COVID happening for some. God and devil are both the same shit. Yeah, well, when you have sleep paralysis, this is actually, it can be used beneficial by, you can basically go to heaven if you learn to relax in the experience and then ultimately control it. Hello, Alabama. Yes, we are all one, Rizzo. And you can know this intellectually, but then the ultimate experience in this life is to feel this oneness where you're not afraid anymore. There's no more fear. Yeah, I've never had sleep paralysis. It's all right. That is true, GTG. Hello, Billy Elliot. Well, waking up would help. That's funny. That's funny as hell. Funny as hell. Yeah. Your body isn't able to move British Bulldog in sleep paralysis. So you can actually move your soul. You can move it away from your body, so to speak. Yeah. That's a deep topic. Okay. I love you all. I'm so grateful that I came on here to be here with all you guys. Thank the Lord in all his oneness, his holiness. Lord, have mercy on all of us. Forgive us, forgive we for all the things we've done wrong. God bless you all. And it just feels so good to have these moments with you guys. Thank you, Don's pitch. Thank you all. You're all blessed. Follow these blessings. I'll see you all later. We'll be on tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. Should be a good time. In the free course at fiz.guru. Sounds like the perfect name. I can't lie about that. Thank you, Daniel.